Hey out there, and welcome to day 3. I'm Kate, and I'm super glad you're here. So listen, I'm a giant fan of ebb and flow in our yoga practice. And if you're in this for the 30 days in a row, or whatever that means to you, then I think that we need to find a kind of good resting place. So today is going to be a resting place so we don't burn out. I am on a yoga streak of my own. I've been going every day since February, trying to go for a whole year every day. So a lot of my practice looks like what we're going to do today, because every day cannot be a power vinyasa, at least not in this body. So if you are looking for something more vigorous and more pick-me-up for this day 3, you can find something else in my library or somewhere else. It's totally fine. If you're in for the rest today, which is super fun, you're gonna want a couple of blankets or towels, a couple of blocks, and find those things in a quiet spot if you got one, and let's just lay around. All right, so we're gonna start on our backs, and we're gonna start with one blanket. So you can put the other stuff to the side. If you find that you want another blanket for your head or underneath your knees, anything, you've got it. So it's there. But you're gonna take this one blanket that you've got, and we're gonna make it into let's do the burrito fold, the 3-way fold here. And you're gonna lay it across kind of the top, near the top edge of your mat. And we're gonna go ahead and lay on it. And you want this to be kind of a crossbar right underneath your armpits. And this is one of my favorite ways to start. So if you're new to this channel, I hope you like it. If you've been around for a while, you know what's up. So go ahead and lay down. And try to find that sweet spot. Oh my gosh, where the blanket just kind of hitches underneath your shoulder blades, gives you a nice feeling of expansiveness across your collarbones, through your chest, through this upper rib cage, and your arms can come out into a T. They can come up and overhead. They can rest on your stomach if that feels better. The idea here is just to get as comfortable as you can. If this is super crunch on your low back, you can always bend your knees, bring your feet flat on the mat, and work with it that way. Or throw another blanket underneath your knees. And then you're going to take a few breaths to just feel yourself relax. You can let your eyes slide closed. And if this is wildly uncomfortable, or you feel like you need to shift or move or throw a blanket underneath your head, please move in a way that feels good for you, or just take the blanket out entirely. It's okay. Today is about showing up for you, not having to prove anything. And start to feel the weight of your body relax into the floor. Your shoulder blades, where they rest on the blanket. Feel where your spine kind of spills over the edges, down toward your head and down toward your sitting bones. Enjoy your breath. And if you start to get lost in your thoughts, or your mind starts to go elsewhere, just see if you can tie it back into your breath. Couple more breaths here. Okay, then you're gonna bend your knees and walk your feet in. And there's one of two ways to do this. You may wanna roll to one side and slide the blanket down. If you feel like you've got the range of motion in your shoulders, to just kind of yank that blanket down so it's toward the middle of your spine. Oh, we're gonna pull it down into the middle of your spine. And then try to relax once again. And breathe. What we're doing here is just trying to slowly uncurl that forward curve of your spine and kind of bring you back to, should I say normal? Is that a thing? I don't know. Well, while you're here, you can contemplate, what is normal? And do I fit in that description? Or you could just stick with your breath. Notice if you're holding tension anywhere, and maybe you can let it go. Okay, so now we're gonna move a little bit deeper down, right? So you're gonna walk your feet in. Same thing, you may find that you wanna roll to one side and slide the blanket down. Maybe you just wanna slide your body up. Maybe you can lift your hips and you're gonna slide that blanket so it becomes like a lumbar support, right into that low back. Whew. And take a few breaths there. Feel the muscles in your low back soften. Feel your shoulder blades, your arms, your legs, even the back of your head sink into the floor. Okay, last little bit. You're gonna bend your knees, walk your feet in. Lift your hips this time, and you're gonna take this blanket and slide it right underneath you. So we're in a supported bridge. And you can keep your knees bent flat on the mat and just feel how your back now spills off that blanket. If you want to extend your legs out and see what that feels like, then by all means, explore. We're gonna hang a couple of breaths just right here. Beautiful. And then you're going to walk your feet in, and we're going to end up in this supported bridge for a couple of breaths. All right, you're gonna push into your feet, lift your hips, and slide this blanket all the way out. And then lower your hips to the floor. And let your knees start to windshield wiper a little bit side to side. Yeah. I'll loosen it up down there. All right, and then you're gonna take your legs and stretch them out straight, and you're gonna walk your feet over to the right. And then from here, you're gonna bend your right knee, and you're gonna grab a hold of that right foot with your right hand. And then take your left arm, and you're gonna reach it up, and you're gonna kind of start to shuffle your shoulders a little bit over to the right, and this left arm can stretch alongside your ear, and we're just gonna relax here. And feel your left side as it kind of opens and finds that extension from the fingertips to the outer edge of that foot. Just breathe here. You're going to extend that right leg out. For just a moment, cross your left ankle over the top of your right one. And feel that slightly deeper stretch through that left side. And you're going to walk yourself back through center and let yourself pause here. And then walk yourself over to the left. Ruby is very vociferous today. And then you're going to bend your left knee. Grab that ankle with your left hand. Start to shimmy your shoulders over to the left. Stretch your right arm alongside your ear. And breathe. Try to relax that whole right side body like it could melt down into the floor. Two more breaths right here. And then extend that left leg out. You're going to take your right leg, cross it over. Oh, and pause. And then you're going to release that. Come back through the middle. All right, walk your feet in and hang here just for a breath. Okay, then you're going to pull your knees in and we're going to roll to the right side and hang there. Hands are going to come out in front. Rest that left palm in the right one. Oh, everything feels tight today. Maybe you want a blanket underneath your head. Yowza. Okay. And now we're going to open like a book, right? But first, take your left hand and walk it out a little bit. So it's a little bit farther away. Then you're going to swing that left arm up and over. Oh, and we're going to open out to the left. You can spin your head over to the left as well. And take a few breaths. It's a pretty big twist. So if your left arm isn't really hitting the ground or maybe just your knuckles, it's okay. As you breathe here, maybe things can soften a little. Maybe that left arm, that left shoulder can start to sink. Relax into the floor. Couple more breaths. Feel your breath move across your upper back. From fingertip to fingertip across the front of your chest. When you inhale, you're going to come back up through the middle and give yourself a moment to reset again. Maybe slide the blanket. Okay, and now we're going to roll to the left. Same deal. Let that right palm rest in the left. And then walk the right hand a little bit farther away. And now you're going to take this right arm, reach it up, stretch it over, 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 over. And your head can spin to the right too. Same thing here. Maybe this right side doesn't quite hit the floor yet. Maybe you're super cozy into the floor. Just let it open up slowly without too much pressure. Without pushing or getting stressed. Just breathe. Let gravity do the work. Okay, up through the middle. Give your hips a little reset. And then pull those knees in and just rock a little bit side to side. Maybe some circles out and around. There we go. And then you're gonna roll to one side and come on up into table. And once you work your way into table, you're just gonna take one leg, stretch it straight back. Tuck your toes, push through your heel. And then work to the other side. Same thing, just press that heel back. That's it. And then come back into your table and let your hips go side to side, like you could bonk those outer hips out and around. And maybe you want to add some curve in the spine over to the side. Why not? Yeah. Okay, so now from here, you're gonna grab your blankets again. We're gonna use both in this burrito fold. Boom and boom, okay? Okay, so now we're gonna take these guys and bring them out in front. All right? And then we're gonna take a seat. Nice wide kind of seat here. So this might be kind of a good place for you to stop if you want. We're gonna just keep the feet wide and fold over. I'm a big fan of elevation in this pose. So I'm gonna use the blocks and I'm gonna elevate, because who doesn't want to? And then maybe you can lay forward. Oh, this is one of my absolute favorites. And you can kind of tuck yourself in for a second. And we're just gonna breathe here. You wanna try to keep some length in your spine. And your legs can just relax. They don't have to be super turbo anything. They can just be, right? And you're gonna find one cheek and rest on it. And breathe. You can close your eyes and just relax here. Enjoying the fact that you are here in your practice. And it doesn't always have to be sweaty, crazy, intense movement. To be worth doing. And if you're on one cheek, you're going to switch to the other one. Take a couple breaths there. And then slide your hands underneath you and you're gonna come on back up. You're gonna take these blocks and just move them out of the way. You may find that you want them kind of lined up underneath for this next one, or not, right? Okay. So now I can kind of slide them forward. We're gonna come one hip. So let's do left hip first. So not having my back to you. So we're gonna do left hip first. And you're just gonna take these legs and kind of nestle them into each other and then frame the blankets with your hands here. They're gonna lengthen up. Oh. And walk yourself forward. It's good. And you can come all the way down. And if you want a super intense kind of twist, you can spin your head to the left, away from your knees. Or if you want something a little more gentle, you can spin your head toward your knees. And now the idea here is to relax. So find a place where you can close your eyes and soften. Notice if you're holding yourself up with your arms. Maybe you can relax. Let that go. Shoulders soft, jaw relaxed. Just find some ease in your breath. Couple more breaths right here. Feel yourself soften to the blankets. You're going to slide your hands underneath you, press yourself up, and then flip around. Right? So you're going to take that opposite hip, probably that right hip, around. Boop. Same deal here. You're going to lengthen up. Oh, and walk yourself over. Maybe your head spins away from your knees. Maybe you go a little more gently this time and keep your gaze toward your knees. And then a quick scan, right? We're not here too long, but a quick scan to feel your shoulders relax. To notice if you're holding on anywhere that you can soften. If your mind has wandered, just come back to your breath. Okay, you're going to slide your hands underneath you. Come on up. We're going to keep the blankets right where they are, but now you're going to kind of nestle up to them. Knees wide. You're going to bring these puppies right between your knees. And we're going to lay all the way down into a supported child's pose. If that feels like super far away and not pleasant, you can do the same thing we did before and bring these blocks here, and you can do a supported child's pose a little bit more upright. whatever suits your fancy. It could work for you here, or it could work for you a little bit kind of tucked in. You get to play around and decide what works best. Just a couple of breaths here before we get to my absolute favorite pose. Again, a quick scan. Check in. There's tension or holding anywhere. And again, you can remind yourself to relax. Encourage that softening. Okay, you ready? Slide your hands underneath you. Come on up. All right, last and best pose. So we're gonna finish class in this pose here. If you want to at some point shuffle into a Shavasana, if you don't wanna do this one and you wanna go straight into Shavasana, that works fine. I kind of like ending here. So you're gonna flip the blankets around, and we're gonna lay on them like this. So the blankets are gonna come underneath your hip points here. Oh, you'll know when you hit the sweet spot. And then you're just gonna lay down. Oh my goodness. If you want another blanket underneath your head, you can do that. Once again, you wanna try to get comfortable. You can rest on your forearms, you can rest on your hands, you can rest right on the floor. And feel your legs soften. And let your breath deepen. And you get to stay here as long as you'd like. If you'd like to go into a Shavasana from here, a seated meditation from here, go for it. If you need to move into the rest of your day, you're going to slide your hands underneath you. Press up gently. And wake your way slowly into a comfortable seat. Take a moment here to pause. Breathe. Bring your palms together into Anjali Mudra and bow your head and honor this time, the fact that you made it here, and honor your yoga practice for its ebbs and its flows, for being what you need when you need it. And I hope this is what you needed today. It's definitely what I needed. So I look forward to practicing with you again tomorrow, day 4. We've got some fun in the future. As always, drop a comment below if there's anything you'd like to see in the next 20-something days. Let me know. Ask a friend to join. Subscribe if you haven't already. You guys know all the stuff. I'll see you tomorrow. Make it a great day.